Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Just on the mic, yeah. Zo in the zone, breaking down plays like I'm coaching from home. Women's game, rise and call it throne for the queens. I'm the conduit, connecting courts with big screens. iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defenders, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past to the rookies today, I document the journey, every bounce, every play. Respect on their name, they redefine the trail. Prince with Zo Media, telling stories regale. Zo Media, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. Break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the...
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy back with another one. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Hit the like button as you come in. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I need you in the chat. I need you active. I need your basketball knowledge in front of us. But again, this is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince. And today, we got Chicago Sky, episode number 5. Chicago Sky season underway. Let's get it, man. What's going on, everybody out there, man? Hey, look, sorry for being late, man. Brasdom kept me on HD channel for too long, man. I just got from over there. Shout out to all of y'all, man. They was over there running their mouth. It's their fault I'm late. So blame Brasdom. It's their fault that I'm late, man. It's their fault. It's not my fault. It's Brasdom fault that I'm late. So blame Brasdom, man. But again, man, appreciate all the love, all the support. Shout out to everybody out there. Again, this is episode number 5. Chicago Sky building blocks. No one does it better. Shout out to everybody out there mentioning me, good or bad. All publicity is good publicity to me. All publicity is good publicity to me. So shout out to all of y'all, man, for continuing to support iamzomedia. Again, on the road to 4K subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 4K. Couldn't have done it without all y'all. If you're not a member of my channel, go ahead on and grab that membership. But you already know what it is. Let's get to it. Without further ado, Chicago Sky building blocks, episode number 5. Again, appreciate all the love, all the support I've been getting, man. Couldn't have did it without y'all, man. Couldn't have did it without y'all, man. Couldn't have did it without y'all. But without further ado, hit the like button as you come in. Don't make me have to say it throughout the video. It's kind of weird when I got to keep saying it. So hit the like button, man. I mean, hit the like button. But again, Chicago Sky building blocks, as you know, we'll go over the agenda for today. Coaching, season overview for the first month of the season, all May games, supporting stars, development, and franchise player. We'll go over all those different avenues. Even some of you haters, y'all might learn something today. See, y'all come here to learn. Y'all go to other channels to talk. Y'all come here to learn something, man. You might learn something, man. Look, I don't know everything, but I know a few things. You might learn something. I don't know everything, but I know a few things. So you might learn something, man. But without further ado, let's get to it, man. Again, just a slide of the team. We don't really need to get into that. I get mad every time I see Sifka on here. I get mad every time I see Mojo on here. I get mad every time I see Maddie Westbell on here. I get mad every time I see Courtney Vandersloot on here. I get mad every time I see Rachel Banham on here. And I'm about to start getting mad every time I see haileyvanlith on here. If stuff don't turn around, man. I'm about to start getting mad every time I see her on here, man. But shout out to y'all, man. But let's get to the first chapter of this, man. let's get to the first chapter of this coaching, y'all. Coaching. Let's get to the first chapter of this. Let me get this out the way for y'all, man. Let's get to the first chapter of this coaching, man. Y'all out there in the chat land, and iamzomedia chat land, give me y'all thoughts on the coach. But let's break down a few of these. Again, we got team performance, player development, chemistry fit, relationships, and identity. Again, 5 key pillars to all coaching, right? Let's start with number 1, man. Team performance. Chicago Sky's team performance has been lacking a few intangibles. Team performance solely depends on how the coach views the team, right? And again, a lot goes into team performance, right? When you just look at the scope of it, and we'll kind of get into a lot of variables throughout kind of like each slide of like what team performance looks like, right? But as a coaching staff, right, you go into June, right? You got a week off until your next game on June 7th, right? So the coaching staff needs to get together and have these same kind of powwows that we're having, right? They need to come up with some kind of like itineraries, building blocks, just so they can get on the same page and stay there. Again, successful programs have a page that they own together and not like separately, individually. This person got this in mind. This person has that in mind. We all need to be on one accord. We all need to have the same thinking process and thought process. That way, during coaches meetings, when we're giving our objectives, when we're giving our input, it makes sense to the overall big picture. Because you don't want to go into a coaching room, right? And you have one person thinking this, one person thinking that, one person viewing it this way, when the end goal is to get to this certain point, right? No matter what people tell y'all, yeah, you want to keep hope. But teams, GMs, coaches, even players, they know what kind of team they have going into the season. They really realistically know how far they can get it. But of course, they're always going to be politically correct to the media, right? And be like, well, we'll get here with the goal of the championship. But realistically, teams, coaches, GMs, and players, they know what their ceiling is each year. And they know what they really want to strive towards outside of whatever they tell mainstream media. Everybody is day one of the season. Everybody's goal is to get to the championship, right? Everyone's goal is to get to the championship day one of the WNBA season. But realistically, does everyone get there? No. So you have to go into the season having an objective and understanding what's our milestones we want to calculate this year. What are extra things that we want to make sure that's a plus and not a minus for us going into mid-season, all-star break, things like that. You just want to make sure you're on run accord. So as a coaching staff, how do I assess team performance from coaches, not the players, y'all, from the coaches' viewpoint? How would I assess team performance? So when you're listening, when you're listening to me give my insight, that's why everything is categorized. So this insight is from the coaching's perspective, right? So team performance, morale is there. Energy goes in and out. So how can we fix the team's energy, right? Energy goes in and out. Rotations can tighten up a little bit. But that starts with player development. That starts with creating an identity, because your identity kind of helps you facilitate the rotation that you want to put in the game, because you want your team to have a certain identity according to what the momentum of the game is, right? Identity can be hard-nosed defense. You got that hard-nosed defense lineup. The identity can be quick-pace offense. Then you have your quick-play offense in the game. So again, it got different variables that you really want to make sure that coaches really understand when you think about team performance. Team performance isn't always just the overall picture, because all these different moving parts got to come together that capitalizes on the overall success of the team. So it starts with team performance, man. What does team performance look like? Rotations can be tightened up a little bit. How we come out the gate can be a little better, more energy, more systematic flow, more fluent offense, right? If we look at the players, some of the players can play better, right? Hit key shots, Don't turn the ball over. Let's stop giving up offensive rebounds when we have 6 people underneath the rim. Different things like that, right? Different just different variables of things that the team from the coach's point of view can get better at. Maybe conditioning. Some players don't look like they're in like top peak game shape yet. It could be togetherness, right? Is my team going to team dinner? Is my team doing the little things at practice, helping each other out, giving each other points, tidbits, making sure we're all on the same accord? Like, hey, this is how we want to play, not like that. Holding each other accountable. A lot of that goes into the coach's point of view of what the team looks like, right? And again, you bring certain players in when you're the coach. You're going over assessing the team overview for the season. You bring certain players in, get their input, things like that. But we're going to stick to coach's view because we're going to get to the players in a little bit. So we'll stick to the coach's point of view right now. Let's start with. I'll start with Aaron Johnson, right? Let's start with player development. Let's start with Aaron Johnson, right? I'm really trying to find out. I don't see a lot of videos of him. I see him behind the bench looking lost all the time. He don't really have his mouth be closed. Hey, Aaron Johnson, let me tell you something, man. Close your mouth, man. Close your mouth. Every time I see him on the bench, his mouth open. Close your mouth, man. Your mouth don't need. Close your mouth, man. Anyway, that's just brother to brother. Close your mouth, man. Anyway, man. I looked at Aaron Johnson's player development kind of like resume. Wasn't too fond of it. I'm really trying to figure out how he became the player developmental coach for this team, because actually he got added last minute. Like, he got added after the coaching staff. So I'm really trying to figure out what was the game plan with him. Who is he focused on developing? How much time is he spending with them? What is his go-tos as far as developing players? Is it some nepotism going on? Those things are going through my head if I'm the coach going into June, right? What is his calling for this team? How has he helped this team, and how has he negated this team from taking a step in May, right? You got to evaluate everybody on the staff, like everybody on the, and we're gonna get to everybody. Everybody got to be evaluated. But for him, going into June, after asking myself those questions of, is it nepotism? Who is he actually developing? How much time is he spending with them? What is his developmental specialty? Because contrary to what people make y'all think it is, developmental coaches have specific things that they help players development at a high level. But of course, they know all things basketball. But most developmental coaches, they have specific itineraries and skill sets that they give back to the game according to their knowledge, experience, and just skill sets, right? So again, I don't know what his specific skill set is. I don't know if he works with guards, forwards, wings. I don't really know. And again, player developmental things might not even just be what Aaron Johnson is doing on the court. Maybe he's great with film study. Maybe he's great with video photography. Like, I don't know what his skill set is, but maybe he's just great at the behind the scenes film study stuff versus the on court stuff, because I don't see a lot of tape of him working out with the players. So that's a little confusing to me. But here and there. Next up on this list, man. I'm not even gonna try to say his first name. I mean his last name, but I'm gonna call him Canzo Balkan. Look, I attempted it. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But Canzo Balkan, video coordinator. In the NBA, Eric Spoelstra popularized this, right? Same thing with Frank Vogel, popularized the video coordinator getting head coaching jobs, right? Made them very known to the public, because there's always been a video coordinator for every team, but the Frank Vogels, the Eric Spoelsers in the NBA, they made it kind of popular and known, like, hey, these dudes can move up. So I want to know what film. I want to know what film is he actually sending the organization. I want to know what film is he gathering, getting it to the coaches, because they have a big role, right? Like, they're supposed to. So I'm gonna tell you how the video coordinator works. They have a specific role of identifying, kind of like how I do with my post games. That's kind of what video coordinators do. So see, that's why y'all come here. I give y'all insight that normal people don't tell you. That's really what their job is. They look at the game, right? And they say, man, we wasn't getting back in transition. So guess what he does? He goes to the film room. He queues up all the transition plays, puts together a slide, puts it into a folder, sends it to the coaches, emails it to all the coaches to see. Let's say poor shooting percentage, right? He capitalizes on all of the free throw attempts, sends it to the assistant coaches. Defense, same thing. Offense, same thing. Rebounding, turnovers, same thing. So I'm wondering, can old Balkan, whatever your last name is, what film are you putting together to send to the coaches? Because we're going to get into that a little later. I don't see any changes, adjustments, according to the film you're supposed to be sending to the coaches. So I want to see the film you're sending to the coaches. I think as fans, we got a legal right to see the film that you send it to the coaches. I think as fans, we have a right to know what film you are sending to the coaches. Because I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good film. But we see, we gonna move on. I just don't think it's good film. David Simon, you were there last year, David Simon. What have you done from last year to this year to help elevate the Chicago Sky? Mr. Simon, I'm going to ask you again. What have you done going from last year to this year to help the Chicago Sky in the developmental department? What this development is not looking good. It's just I don't see no growth in the development of the players, the system, schematically. I don't see any development. I need you to step your game up, Mr. David Simon. Step your game up. Next on the list, man, Tanisha doggone right. See, shout out to my dude HD. I heard him say this earlier. I think Tanisha Wright, after hearing HD's explanation, I agree with HD. I think Tanisha Wright was supposed to be the head coach, because this not making sense. I think she was supposed to be the head coach, but it's kind of like what they did with Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel for the Lakers that year. They wanted Jason Kidd on the staff, but they couldn't make him the head coach because all the off the court stuff. So they brought Frank Vogel in because he had familiarity with the organization, and they needed someone on the defensive side of the ball because Jason Kidd was going to handle the offensive sets. So they brought on Jason Kidd, but they couldn't hire him as the head coach. So they then turned around and brought Frank Vogel and told Frank Vogel Jason Kidd was going to be. See, the Lakers picked Frank Vogel coaching staff, and that's what I think happened here. I don't think Tylermarsh picked this coaching staff. The more I watch this team and the more I learn about these coaches, Tylermarsh did not pick this coaching staff. Jeff P. picked this coaching staff. I want to know what the game plan is with Tanisha Wright is the game plan. Tyler Marsh gets 25 games, get till the All-Star break, and if things don't look good, you remove him and replace him with Tanisha Wright. Is that the game plan, Jeff P? Because, first of all, Tanisha Wright and Tyler Marsh play calling systematically, mindsets, they don't even support each other. Like, they don't even match well together. Kind of like I just told you about Jason Kidd, Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel's more of a defensive coach. Jason Kidd, former player, more offensive sets, working with the point guard, things like that, getting the ball moving. Tanisha Wright and Tyler Marsh's skill sets don't really coincide. So I'm trying to figure out the angle there Jeff P went with that hiring and then hiring Tyler Marsh. I don't understand what the nuance of that was, because what Tyler Marsh wants to do and what he's been prone to be around as far as coaching schematically doesn't fit what Tanisha Wright does. So I'm confused about what the balance here was with this coaching staff. But Tanisha Wright, I would have been fine without her. Like, I don't even like what she did in Atlanta. That team underachieved. This is what I always say, right? I always say, if a coach gets fired and they bring in a new coach and then they go out and get them better weapons, that lets you know what the front office thought about that coach. So before last season started for Atlanta, the front office was already out on Tanisha Wright. They probably just didn't have a replacement or just wanted to get through one more year before they get the right head coach and get the right draft picks in there and get some cap space. So they just stuck with her out of technicality versus actually wanting her. Because last year, team doesn't look like this year's team. I'm talking roster build. So if I'm Tyler Marsh, those things got to come to mind when I hire my coaches. Why did this organization give so much attention to detail to the new coach and not the previous coach? That's something I will if I'm the GM, I would ask Tanisha right there in her interview. What attention to detail did the Atlanta Dream organization give you when you were the head coach of that team? Because that'll let me know I need to go have a conversation with the Atlanta Dream. Her response would let me know what my next conversation needs to be. I don't think this coaching hire was thought out. We got to stop recycling these coaches. Tanisha Wright should not be the assistant coach of this team. She doesn't have the mindset. Even if she took over, even if you were going to have Tyler Marsh on the short leash, right? And he was just kind of going to be a new hire. Want to see if you can get a spark on the team offensively. Bring Tanisha Wright in, experienced coach. She's on the waiver wires, right? As a head coach, just being released. Could have been optics. It could have possibly been optics. I don't know. It could have been optics. Could it have been something you've seen in her coaching style? Couldn't have been that, because what is her coaching style? What is her? I don't understand what her coaching style is that makes you feel like she is a superb hire for the Chicago Sky. I don't know what the goal was with hiring Tanisha Wright. See how I'm walking y'all through all of the failures of the front office? See, that's why I'm one of them ones. See how I'm casually walking y'all through how all of the failures of this team started? That's why it's called the building blocks. Sometimes we got to tear the building down and build it back up. But enough about Tanisha Wright. Let's get to Courtney Paris. Look here, man. Look here, man. I need to hear Courtney Paris say a word. Has anybody seen a press conference of Courtney Paris talking? maybe I missed it. Has anybody seen a press conference of Courtney Paris talking about what she's going to bring to the Chicago Sky? Because maybe I missed the press conference. Maybe it fell through the waiver wire. I don't know. Can somebody email me the video of Courtney Paris talking about what she's going to help Chicago Sky with? That's what I want to know. Because I'm confused at what you're supposed to be doing here. Look. I'm a former athlete. You'll never catch me disrespecting a player, no matter how I feel about a player, because I know what goes into all of this. But I'm objective, and I don't have fanfare when it comes to players, athletes, and my subscribers will tell you I have no fanfare. Look, this is how you know I don't. In the past, I've lost subscribers for holding people accountable and not having fanfare. But over time, my subscribers have come to learn. When I talk, it's no hard feelings. I just got high expectations for those that I see dribble a basketball. I hold people accountable, and I leave it there. I don't disrespect people. So even the subscribers that I've lost in the past when I first started my YouTube channel, they've come back. Now I'm almost at 4K. They come back because I keep it real. I don't got no fanfare. Look, this is what I don't do. This is what I don't do. I don't let the debates between Indiana Fever, Chicago Sky, or angelreese versus this person, or Courtney Vandersloot versus Liberty. See, I don't let any of that affect my take. And a lot of people, their opinions, their thought processes are based off of the outside noises. That's why over here, I just keep it basketball. So you can say you can't say I have agendas. So that's how I approach the game. I approach the game with no agendas. I just talk basketball. And in the beginning, it was hard for some people, but then they came on back once they realized nobody else was teaching them what I was teaching them. Pay attention. Pay attention to the player, not the player. Pay attention to the play. Look, man. Courtney Paris, outside looking in, I don't know what you're doing. The bigs still don't seal right. The bigs still don't set screens. Like, I've seen times where Camilla Vandersloot will call for a screen and Camilla will look lost. She don't even know what side to set the screen on. Guess what that lets me know? Guess what that lets me know? Want me to tell you what that lets me know as a point guard? Guess what that lets me know? That lets me know at practice, y'all be goddamn bull jiving around, man. At practice, y'all be bull jiving around. That's what that let me know. How you get in the game and don't know what side of the court to set the screen on? Y'all bull jiving at practice, man. Y'all ain't for real. Chicago Sky organization ain't serious, man. Y'all ain't serious. Y'all ain't serious, man. Y'all ain't serious, man. Look, I've seen bigs, and we gonna get to the guards. I've seen bigs set screens on air multiple times in a game. I've seen angelreese do it. I've seen Will do it. I've seen Camilla do it. I've even seen Rebecca Allen do it. I've seen Michaela do it. I've seen players set screens on air. And it's been happening since the preseason. Go watch my film breakdown, by the way, behind the game. Simple little plug. Go watch my playlist behind the game. You might learn something about basketball yourself. But how are we setting screens on air during the preseason? Then we come in to the regular season and we're still setting screens on air. Nobody's Courtney Paris. You never told them on the screen you got to touch somebody. I don't even care if it's your own player. Just feel you got to feel somebody. It's like football, running a play. Offensive lineman, why you out here blocking air? Grab somebody. I don't care if it's your own player. Touch somebody. Can we touch somebody? Why are we setting screens on air? Can we touch somebody? Next up, why are we not sealing right, Courtney Paris? Why is our bigs still catching the ball? First of all, it's been 6 games, 3 preseason games, so you have 9 games of footage. Why is the bigs still trying to post up at the elbow? Again, you have 9 games of footage, Courtney Paris, to go suss through, get with Cam Ozabalkin, the video coordinator, go cut up the post plays and watch the film with Reese, E-Will, Camilla, even Rebecca Allison. Why are we still posting up outside of the seal lane? See, in basketball, when you're working with bigs, it's a thing called the seal lane. You got the seal lane. In practice, this is what they do. They put a cone here, they put a cone there, and you can't come outside, and we just run random motion plays, and we tell the bigs, you can't come outside this seal lane because you got to create. You see, this is what I got on Teaspoon about last year. Shout out to Teaspoon. She back at home with the Liberty where she went to the finals with. Shout out to Teaspoon, man. But one thing about Teaspoon I did not like last year, and I was always judgmental about, was Angelreese and Kamillacardoso did not know the basketball court. And going into year 2, I'm still seeing some of the same issues. Can we get a big developmental in here that knows the basketball court, man? Because what? Can we get some? It would have got to be a big. Can we get somebody on the Chicago Sky that understands the metrics of the basketball court? I'm going to say that for the people in the back. Can we get somebody on the Chicago Sky who actually understands the metrics of the basketball court? Can we get somebody on the Chicago Sky that can put a cone here, put a cone there, and say, okay, let's run through a couple sets so I can analyze how long it takes you to get from here to point B. Hey, let's run a couple sets so I can analyze where your deficiencies are in the seal lane. How about this? Hey, I'm going to put a cone right here. I'm going to time you. I need you to take 3 dribbles from the elbow to the lane so I can see how long it takes you to get from point A to point B. So when we go to practice and Tylermarsh runs the play, I can say, Tylermarsh, that won't work for Camilla because it takes her 5 seconds to get from here to here. Now, if she got a defender on here, you add on 2 more seconds. So it's going to take her 7 seconds to get from here to here. So that play won't work. We got to get the action over here and let her get there and then give her the ball. Am I speaking to anybody? Am I speaking to the choir? I don't know what is going on. I keep telling y'all, I take it easy on y'all. I know more about basketball than I even let y'all know about. I really take it easy on a lot of people. I really be jousting. I really be trolling. Can we get somebody on this team that can help these players understand the court? Renee Wakama. Shout out to Tulane Blue Waves, man. Shout out to the Tulane Blue Waves, man. Renee Wakama. I need to know what your role on this team is. What is Renee Wakama's role on this team? I'm trying to figure it out. I watched her coach the Nigerian national team. I watched her be an assistant coach at Tulane. Shout out to the Blue Waves, man. I'm trying to figure out what is her role on this team? Because she could have stayed where she was. I am confused at what she was brought here. Can somebody find the footage where Tylermarsh or Jeff P. or even Renee Wakama in an interview specifically said, let me say this, man. Y'all notice how I keep saying we don't know what these people do? I've never seen this before. Can we get an idea of what these people are on this team to do? Can I get an idea? Jeff P., can you let Jeff P., this season has started off bad, Jeff P. Can you relate to the fans a little bit so we feel like we part of this? Can you let us know what these coaches' responsibilities are on this team? What are they brought here for? Look, I don't need no fanfare press conference of this is a great coach, can't work them. I need you to say, this is a great coach. I can't wait to see them implement this defensive scheme. I can't wait to see this coach work with this player and get her to the next level. I can't wait to get this coach on our team so our ball movement can be a little better on the perimeter. Can I get an idea, Jeff P. and Tylermarsh? What are these coaches here to do? I am confused. I am dumbfounded and I am lost for words. What are they here to do? What is going on with this team? Can I get an idea of what Renee's responsibility is on this team? Because this is what you can't do. You can't make an off-season hire, make a splash about it, have a press conference about it, and then just let it go down the wayside. Can I get some kind of idea of what she's here to do? Can I get some kind of idea of what's going on with this coaching staff? Like, I need Tyler. Somebody got to take ownership of this, man. We keep going to see, and I'm about to get to the ownership part. Shout out to Renee Wakama. I feel like you're being underutilized, but that's a discussion for another day. But I don't even know what you're here for. What are you here for? Next on this list, Coach of the Year, Tylermarsh. Coach of the Year, Tylermarsh. Coach of the Year, Tylermarsh. Want me to tell you what's wrong with the Chicago Sky? I'm about to tell y'all. Want me to tell you the biggest problem with the Chicago Sky? Nobody's taking ownership for this bad play. That's what's wrong with the Chicago Sky. You can't fix something if nobody's taking accountability for it. I'm going to say it for the people in the back. This is why I hold people accountable. See, y'all want people to grow, but don't want to hold people accountable. What? How can I grow if I don't hold myself accountable for a certain action? It's like robbing a bank. If I don't hold myself accountable for robbing that bank and keep blaming the government for me not getting equal pay, how am I holding myself accountable to not rob the bank anymore and stay out of jail? See, this team has no accountability, and it starts at the head. It starts at the top. I need Tylermarsh to stop going into press conferences acting like everything is okay. It's not okay. Your team has no identity. You have no coaching abilities right now that I've seen yet that makes me say you're going to be a good coach. Your coaching staff looks lost. Your players aren't developing. Your defense is horrible. Your rotation sucks. Tylermarsh, can you go into one of these press conferences and say, I got to be better, the team got to be better, and we going to be better? Can you say that? You don't even got to take accountability for everything. Just say, I got to be better. We gonna be better, and we gonna show the fans who we are. That's all I need you to say. I need to know we on the same page. That's it. As a fan, when I buy a ticket, I need to know what I'm coming to the game for. See, this is something that people miss. As a fan, how can I enjoy the game if I don't know what I'm coming to the game for? Am I coming to the game to see a bunch of threes even though we lose? Am I coming to the game to see hard, dirty plays even though we lose? Am I coming to the game to see basketball movement even though we lose? Am I coming to the game to see some dogs even though we lose it? Am I coming to the game to see some beautiful post play even though we lose it? Am I coming to the game to see some high quality pick and roll even though we lose it? What am I buying a ticket for? What am I coming to see? Or am I just hoping on a wish and a prayer? What is we coming to see as Chicago Sky fans? He's never established that. He's never established to the fans what we are coming to Chicago Sky to see. He's never established to the fans what we're coming to Chicago Sky to see. I just need him to go into one press. I'll be listening to his press conferences. They're so bland. They're so bland. Dude, you're not helping yourself with these press conferences. They're so bland. Because guess what it does? If you get fired by the Chicago Sky, guess what's going to happen? Nobody else going to want to hire you. You can't even handle press conferences correctly. Take some accountability. Say, I got to have better rotations. Say, this, I don't even care if you call a player out. Say something accountable. I don't care if you call the coaching staff out and say, we got to do better with film study. I don't care if you go and say, we got to play harder at practice because it translates to the game. Can you say something with accountability attached to it? Let's get to chemistry, man. What is the chemistry of this team? See, when I think of chemistry, I think of who's helping who, like who plays well together, whose games complement each other. There are some great complementary games on this team, but they don't get a lot of playing time together. They're not put into the right kind of rotations. What is the chemistry for the Chicago Sky? Can somebody in the chat help me identify what the chemistry is for the Chicago Sky? Like, what is the chemistry like for the Chicago Sky? Like, what are we building? Like, and again, it's early in the season, right? That's why it's called building blocks. We're building, right? We're building. What is the building blocks, man? What is the building block? And let me say this: I ain't really trying to interact with the chat, but who it is? Gene Gray. I don't know if I'm reading your comments right or not, but what you want me to come on here and do? You've been watching me for 8 months. When you clicked on, see, this is the thing about people on YouTube. You clicked on my video after watching me for 8 months and you expect something different. That's called insanity. I've been on YouTube for 8 months. My personality hasn't changed. My verbiage hasn't changed. My mindset hasn't changed. My thought process hasn't changed. My speaking hasn't changed. What do you come to my channel and expect? Would you expect me to just say it's going to be all right? I don't move like that. I'll be lying to my... Look here, man. I would be lying to the people that come here and actually want to know what's going on wrong with the Chicago Sky for me to come on YouTube and say, this team going to be fine. This team is playing well. They got to give... Anyway, move on, man. Move on, man. Look here, man. I had an epiphany today. I really had an epiphany today. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I'm about, see, this is what I don't like. A lot of y'all are some ungrateful subscribers. Y'all go to people YouTube channels that ain't done half of what I did in basketball, and y'all respect their takes and uplift them more than me, and they ain't do half of what I've done. They can't even tell you how to properly run a full court press. But y'all come here. See, I know what my first... Look, I keep saying this. Let me tell you what my first mistake was. I should have been like all of the former basketball players that get on YouTube. Never interact with the chat. Never bring people on my panel unless you play with me or above me. That's what I should have did. I should have never came on YouTube. And see, my homeboys warned me against this. I should have never came on YouTube and tried to be one of the people. I should have did like some of the people do who ain't did half of what I did, and they play ball. It got dudes that play D2 and never received a professional paycheck come online, and y'all think they big dogs. But somebody who played D1, who got a professional check for multi-years, who started for multi-years, come on YouTube and try to be one of the people, and you don't like the way I talk? I swear I'm about to change my whole agenda. I'm about to change my whole agenda. I'm about to change my whole agenda. Man, shout out to Reddit Milky Way for the $4.99 super chat. Hit that like button and subscribe, man. I got something for y'all, though. I really got something for y'all, though. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I got something for y'all. Watch how I'm about to change. Watch it. I'm about to be just like every other athlete that get on YouTube and show y'all how blessed y'all really was and didn't even realize it. I am literally about to be like every other YouTuber, every other athlete that get on YouTube, and I'm about to show y'all how blessed y'all really were. Watch this. Watch how I'm about to move. But shout out to everybody who support the channel, man. But watch how I'm about to move. Shout out to everybody who support the channel. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Chemistry fit. You got players. See, the coaching staff has to understand chemistry fit before they get to the point of let's run this play. See, what you need to do is, Tylermarsh, chemistry fit. Let's say we running double high ISO. Let's say we running double horn pin down. Whatever we running, right? You need to identify the chemistries and skill sets of these players to say, okay, double horn. Camilla doesn't set the screen good. Like, we only run double horn with Rebecca Allen, Angelreese, and Ariel Atkins because Vandersloot takes too long to come off the screen, and Camilla doesn't touch nobody on the screen. Until both of them get better at practice at this, we only can run this set with these players because their chemistry and skill sets fit. Because this player loves setting the screen, this player loves coming off the screen, this player loves pick and popping. It's called chemistry fits. This team doesn't have an identity of what the chemistry fits is. This team doesn't have an identity of what the chemistry fit is. And I see that every game. I'm like, why are you running? First of all, why are you running backdoor plays with Michaela? She moved like she got gum stuck under her feet, like her feet nailed to the floor. Why are we running back doors with Michaela? First of all, why we got Rebecca Allen running pin downs? What are we doing? See, that's the first. See, y'all want to know why these players look so bad? Because we got them out of position, and we don't understand their skill sets enough right now. That's what's going on. And he had look, man. See, one thing y'all gotta stop doing. This is what y'all gotta stop doing. Because some of y'all be hypocrites when y'all say this. Stop saying give it time. This is basketball. I'm not asking you to be the president of the United States and learn the laws. I'm asking Tylermarsh to take film study in the preseason games to know Rebecca Allen shouldn't be running a pin down. I'm asking Tylermarsh to take the film and take the first 7 games, the first 9 games, matter of fact, if you include the preseason games, to understand you can't be running double home Camilla, because she doesn't touch nobody on the screen. I don't need no time to tell Tylermarsh that. Stop coming in my chat saying give it time. Why do I need time for Tylermarsh to know Camilla doesn't set a high double screen right? Why do I need time to know that? If I need time to know that, then you don't know basketball. That's facts. I don't need time. If I seen that in first preseason game, and what you mean I got to give him time to get the team? What? First of all, y'all hypocrites, because guess what? The Mystic coach, he didn't need no time to know he got to go run the plays through Brittany Sykes and make sure Kiki get post-ups and make sure Sonya Citron touches the ball. He didn't need time to know that. He didn't need time to know Citron should be starting as a rookie. He didn't need time to know Aaliyah Edwards wasn't better than Kiki. He didn't need time. Guess what he did? He watched them in practice. I don't know what y'all think basketball is. I don't know what y'all think basketball is. I am confused and dumbfounded. And some of y'all comment, I don't know what y'all think basketball is. I can go in the park right now and know if somebody can dribble and know if somebody can rebound. What do y'all think this is? But y'all want me to give him time. He needs 7 games to know Camilla can't set a screen. And then you got Courtney Parrish, who played in the league, who was a good player in the league, and you want to tell me you want me to give them time, who got more access to the footage and the player than I do, and I see that, but you want me to give them time when they got more access and footage and technology and availability than me. But you want me to give them time. Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Relationships, man. Let's get to relationships, man. Let's get to relationships, man. Let's get to relationships. I watched the Dallas game back, right? And I watched the Dallas game back, and I love that. Nalissa and angelreese had a scuffle. It wasn't a scuffle. It was like kind of a disagreement with a foul or whatever it was. And angelreese and Nalissa was chirping back and forward. And see, I tell y'all, I don't watch the two people that's arguing. I watch everybody else's interactions. I'll say this. Even though it wasn't as high profile as the Caitlinclark layup push, I like that Ariel Atkins was literally jumping up trying to get eye level with angelreese to distract her from arguing with Nalissa. I think Vandersloot was right there. And I forgot who the other two people were. They were probably Camilla and Rebecca Allen. I forgot who it was. Michaela. I forgot who it actually was. No, it was Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse actually pushed. Kia Nurse, you know what? After watching that play, you all right with me, Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse actually pushed Nalissa Smith. Go back and watch it. They got into it like right at the end. She actually like hard pushed her back towards her huddle. So shout out to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse, you all right with me today, man. I'm gonna give you one game though. You get one game, you get a 1 game pass. Just for that interaction, Kia Nurse, you get a, and all of y'all in my chat, we got to give Kia Nurse 1 game pass. So Saturday, we can't be Saturday, listen, y'all. If you listen, y'all, Saturday, we can't get mad at Kia Nurse for nothing she does. She gets 1 game pass for the push to Nalissa Smith. She gets a 1 game pass, y'all. She gets a 1 game pass. 1 game pass. On all, she about to miss 6 shots, but she get a 1 game pass. She about to turn the ball over 3 times in the first quarter, but she get a 1 game pass, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know what she gonna do, but we got to give her a pass. We're gonna give her some grace because I like what she did in the Angel Reese little scuffle thing. She gets a pass. So shout out for the team. I think a lot of them sat back and watched that and watched how they wasn't immediate to the play. And this time they were immediate to it and they were just bickering. It wasn't no tussle, no hands on each other, nothing. They were just bickering. And you could tell the Chicago Sky players that was on the court, they adjusted from the first. Tylermarsh, you see how you don't need 40 hours of film and 20 games to adjust to something? The players, if that incident happened one time, the next time Angel Reese got into it with somebody, the players adjusted. Because I'm pretty sure they watched the film too and noticed that they could have did better in that situation of having her back, right? So Tylermarsh, why do you need 20 games to adjust to mentality? So shout out to Kia Nurse, man. If you're listening, Kia Nurse, you get a 1 game pass from your boy Prince at iamzomedia. Even though I know you about to go 0 for 6 and have 3 turnovers in the first half, you get a 1 game pass from me, man. Shout out to you though, man. Shout out to you though, man. Shout out to you though, man. Shout out to you. I like Ariel Atkins and Angel Reese chemistry on the court. I know what I like that Tylermarsh has to do a better job at. So contrary to what y'all might think, there's actually fast break plays, right? So we catch the ball off the glass or air ball or a turnover. There's actually fast break plays. Everything isn't free flowing all the time, even though 90% of the time it is kind of free flowing. There are fast break sets that you can actually run. I would love Tylermarsh to incorporate more fast break sets, especially when you have Vandersloot, Ariel Atkins, and Angel Reese on the floor, because all 3 of them don't mind putting the ball on the floor. So I would like to see. No, look. I would like to see more fast break sets with them on the floor, like let Ariel Atkins trail, give the ball up. If it's you, Vandersloot, and Angel Reese up front, let Ariel Atkins trail, like Angel Reese cut down the lane. Because when Angel Reese cuts, most of the time she takes 2 defenders with her, let her cut, and let Ariel Atkins come underneath. Easy layup on the left-hand side because she's left-handed. So like little nuances like that, I want to see him add to the fast break game because we don't really take advantage of a lot of our fast break plays. They end up being bad passes, missed layups. Like we gotta get some fast break kind of like systematic things going. Again, Angel Reese catches the rebound, outlets it to Vandersloot. Angel Reese, you put the Jets on. Ariel Atkins, you play trail underneath. If Angel Reese doesn't have the flash down the middle and she takes 2 with her, Ariel Atkins, you just flow right behind her, left-hand layup. Vandersloot, you get it on time. Like little stuff like that, like you can incorporate in the game plan. Tylermarsh, that's called getting easy shots. Everything don't got to be so hard. I got a question, man. Why do our offense got to be so hard? Like everything about our offense got to be so hard. See. Why does everything gotta be so hard? Tylermarsh. I know you came in as this profound next generation offensive guru coming from championship programs. You was gonna come in and be Mike D'Antoni of the WNBA. That's what they were telling me. You was gonna be the Mike D'Antoni of the WNBA. I ain't seen none of that yet. Tylermarsh, Calm down. Calm down. Look, Tyler Marsh, simple offense. You should see. Let's get to identity, man. Let's get to identity, man. Identity, man. Simple offense. Let's start with the offensive identity. I don't really understand what Tyler Marsh. I don't really understand what your identity is for this team. I don't really understand what you have in mind as far as capitalizing on the skill sets of your starting, your bench. Like, what is the offensive identity? Are we a Princeton offense, 5 out, 4 out, 1 in, motion, read and react, dribble drive? Like, what kind of offense are we? Like, I'm confused at what kind of offense we're running here, man. I look at the team and I'm like, I look at the team and I'm like, this player doing read and react, this player doing motion. I'll be looking at the team like, I swear, I wish. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't get it. I really don't get the offense. Like, what is the offense, dog? Like, what is the offense? I really don't get the off. Are we running like Tyler Marsh needs to let me know what we're running? Like again, sometimes I see motion offense, sometimes I see read and react, sometimes I see an implement of a triangle offense, sometimes I see a motion offense, a Princeton offense, shuffle offense. Shuffle offense is basically when they keep passing it around the perimeter or handing it off. Sometimes I see the wheel offense. That's when Ariel Atkins comes off the pin down on one side of the block and curl up to the other side. It's called the wheel offense. I mean, I see so many offense, like dribble drive, continuity off. Like, I don't know. This team offensive identity lacks identity. What is our offense, Tyler Marsh? Look, this is what Tyler Marsh can't do. He can't have a different offense. He can't have a different offenses based off of the team he's playing. Because the team you're playing isn't changing their offense. Now, you can adjust and tweak your offense, Tyler Marsh, but you can't change your offense every game. You're trying to build continuity with the team offensively. Stop changing the offense every game. Every game I see something different and it never working. You need to, first of all, you don't have the team to be just coming out here doing this game, this game. Again, you're 2-4. You was going to lose those 4 games either way you want it, right? So just come out, create identify an identity to your offense so your team becomes comfortable. So what happens is, as your players are developing throughout the season, they know what areas of the game they need to develop in according to the offense. You can't come out and change the offense every game. Now your players don't know what they need to be doing during the season to get better. Same thing defensively. You can't keep running all of these defensive schemes. Find a defensive scheme. Tyler Marsh, ain't like you've made a trade. You've had the same team since preseason. Find the defensive scheme so Camilla, Angelreese, Ariel Atkins, even, God forbid, Rachel Bannum, they understand inside of the defensive scheme what they need to get better at to get on the court. See, that's why I'm going to tell y'all something. Everybody keeps wondering why he's playing everybody. He's playing everybody because he hasn't identified an offense or a defense yet. So he's just putting everybody out there, seeing if they work and whatever he's throwing out there. That's why he's playing everybody, because he's trying to find somebody every game that fits what he's trying to run. He hasn't identified what he actually wants to do on offense. So, because if he did at practice, he would know who fits well with that offense, and it would limit his rotation. But he hasn't identified that yet, so he doesn't have a limited rotation. Once he limits the rotation, that lets you know he's identified a defensive and an offensive scheme, because everybody can't play with everybody. Everybody can't play at the same time. If you really have narrowed down an offensive and defensive scheme, you're going to tell this player, hey, Maddie, you want to get on the court. Here's my defensive and offensive scheme. Here's where you're failing in the scheme. Instead, you got all these players, even us. You got us throwing out random stuff because we don't know what you're trying to run. So we're out here saying, well, Angel Reese maybe needs to shoot. Camilla needs to run the floor faster. Camilla needs to set screens. Kia Nurse needs to stop turning the ball over. Vandersloot needs to run more pick and roll, because we're throwing stuff at the wall hoping it sticks, because you haven't identified the offense, so we can look at the offense that you've identified and say, oh, man, Rachel Banham will fit great in this offense with these players. We don't even know what offense you're running. Look at, man, y'all gonna start paying for this information, man. Y'all gonna start paying for this information one of these days, man. Look, I gotta speak it into existence, right? Y'all gonna start paying for this information. One of these days, y'all gonna start paying for this information. I gotta talk it into existence, man. I gotta talk it into existence. Again, you gotta have, look, your offense is so unidentified. HVL and Maddie as rookies don't even know what they got to work on to get on the court. I guarantee you, if you put Maddie on a lie detector test right now, she wouldn't know. She actually literally wouldn't know what she has to do to get on the court for Tylermarsh, because she don't even know what offense they running day to day. Let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. Franchise player. Let's move on, man. Let's start here. Let's start here. Let's start here, man. Let's start here. And real money. I don't really put chats on the screen unless you send a super chat, but I'm gonna put this on the screen because I like what you just said, because it segues into what I'm about to get into. Real money said, team has no established roles. I love that. That's why we're about to get into this. We're gonna start with franchise player. I'm gonna say this for the 1,000th time this year. And I'm really about to stop saying it because I don't like repeating myself that much. I'm about to stop saying it. Chicago Sky has not fully invested in Angel Reese being the franchise player. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Protect her off the court, because off the court impact affects on the court impact. Jeff P. Protect. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back at home. Protect her off the court so it doesn't affect on the court play. What are we doing here, man? Why did it take an investigation for y'all to protect Angel Reese in press interview? Angel Reese, first of all, how does Angel Reese come in as a rookie, becomes the face of your team, and you don't protect her? You wait until her second year after a WNBA investigation to start monitoring her press conferences and managing the questions she's asked. Let's start there. Look, this is how basketball works, y'all. As a fan, right? we can look at this team and say Angelreese is their franchise player. But organizationally, schematically, systematically, play style wise, development wise, camaraderie, chemistry, identity. You know why this team doesn't have Angelreese's identity? You know why this team doesn't have Angelreese's identity? It's because these players know this franchise doesn't think Angelreese is their franchise player. It's obvious. You pick up on the environment of the team and whoever they think is leading the pack. They haven't see, Angelreese can come out and yell at everybody. Angelreese can come out and play hard. But it's not Angelreese who needs to establish she's the franchise player or the leader of the team or the identity of the team. It's tylermarsh and Jeff P's responsibility from day one. When they see, and this is why it's their responsibility. When they draft players, they have to fit the mold of your franchise player. When they sign players, when they traded for Ariel Atkins, when they traded for Rebecca Allen, when they signed Kia Nurse, do they fit the mold and the personality of your franchise player? And that lets me know they aren't 100% committed to Angelreese as their franchise player. That literally lets me know that right there. Because first of all, it starts off the court. Like I said, you protect her off the court so it doesn't impact on-court play. She should have, her press conferences, the media on her, the coverage on her should have been handled better in her rookie season. You don't wait. See, Chicago, let me tell you something. Chicago Sky is such a reactive organization. You have to be proactive with your franchise player. You can't be reactive, especially in the social media world. You have to create an organizational shield of how you want your franchise player to be perceived. You have to say, this is our franchise player. This is how we want things to look. This is how we want things to be perceived. And this is how we want things to be structured. Want me to tell you what Chicago Sky failed at? I'm going to tell you. Chicago Sky failed in the offseason this year. Because want me to tell you what actually should have happened in the off? See, Chicago Sky, send me a retainer. Send me an invoice. I can help y'all. I can really help y'all. Look, I'm my own businessman. I make enough money on my own. I'm my own businessman. I don't want to be tied to nobody. That's why I never went back to Tulane. I don't want to be tied to nobody. But I want to be a liaison with my own schedule. I don't want to be tied and have structure and all of that nonsense and have meetings I got to show up for. I ain't trying to do none of that. Just come to me when you need me, and we can go from there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just come to me when you need me. Put me on retainer. I'll pull up if I'm available. That's what I'm looking for. Even though I'm asking for a hell of high water. You know, most teams want structure with people they bring in, right? But want me to tell you where Chicago Sky messed up? Jeff P could have actually saved his job this season. I'm about to tell you how. That's why y'all come here, man. I'm about to tell you how. This offseason, if Jeff P really wanted to bring a new era to the Chicago Sky, know what he actually should have did? He should have had a inauguration off-season presser for Angelreese, like have like a girls basketball camp, let her sign autographs, bring in some famous people that Angel Reese probably knows. Matter of fact, even bring Angel Reese's podcast into Chicago Sky Gym and have the podcast there with a bunch of known women in power, and bring in some Boys and Girls Club, and have them talk to Angel Reese. Like, that's what you do with your franchise player when you want to change things around. It starts in the off season, not on the basketball court. Jeff P, send me my retainer, man. Send me my retainer, and we go from there. See, you have to actually set her up to be the face of your franchise for this whole change of guard to work. You have to set her up. Look at what Miami did when LeBron went there and Chris Bosh. They did the whole press conference, the big three coming together, right? And look at what they did before every season started. Look at what the Lakers did when they brought LeBron James there. Look at what Philly did when they brought James Harden there the first time. Like, you have to let the world know and establish the structure of your franchise player. Because guess what that does? It limits all of that off-season hoopla and bash. Because guess what? If you want credentials inside of this Chicago Sky organization, if you want to get information from inside of this organization, we protect Angel Reese at all costs. So if you want credentials, if you want inside scoop, if you want to be if you want sideline press, if you want to get video of them practicing, if you want to be part of any of the media press, you protect Angel Reese. We give you access because she's the face of the franchise. So in turn, however you make her look, that's how the franchise looks. And see, that's why Chicago Sky franchise is in such disarray right now, is because Chicago Sky, I said this on Twitter. Make sure you go follow me on Twitter, man. I just started my Twitter. I love the people that's been following me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers soon. So make sure you go to follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. iamzomedia. Shout out to Majik for the $2 super chat. He said, instead of setting Angel up for failure. Yeah, you gotta be better at it. And appreciate the other super chat, the $5 super chat from I don't know if it's Majik or Magic. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Majik or Magic. I don't want to mess your name up, my guy. Don't you dare change. You're needed from one point guard to another. Sign Malik. I ain't gonna change, Malik, man. I ain't gonna change, man. I ain't gonna change. I just get tired of people. Basically, I sometimes feel like I'm taken for granted because I associate too much. So that'd be my biggest problem. I feel like sometimes I'm taken for granted because I associate too much. But I ain't gonna change, man. But appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate the super chat. Hey, man, we got 80 likes. Hold on, man. I know the hell we don't got 80 likes out in this goddamn screen. I know we don't got 80 likes. Let me see. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. I know hey, come on, man. We ain't moving. I ain't going no further till we get the likes to 100, man. Let's get the likes to 100, man. I ain't going no further, man. I ain't going no further, man. I ain't going no further. I ain't going no further. I ain't going no further, man. Get the likes up, man. Hey, Goon, man. You gotta leave the snow bunnies alone, man. Come on, Goon. You gotta leave the snow bunnies alone, man. They ain't do you nothing, Goon. They ain't do it. They ain't doing you nothing, Goon. You gotta leave the snow bunnies alone, man. They ain't doing you nothing, man. Man, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. What we doing, man? What we doing, man? Let me see how many likes we at, man. We ain't moving forward till we get to 100 likes. All right, in this stream, man. I don't care about being live. Come on, man. We got 141 people in here, 93 likes, man. 7 more likes and we can move on. But at some point, we're going to get to 150 likes. 7 more likes and we can move on. Let's be better, man. Let's be better. 4 more likes and we can move on. Let's be better. Let's be better, man. Let's be better, man. Let's be better, man. Let me know when we at 100 likes, y'all, and we're going to continue. Let me know when we at 100 likes. We there? All right, bet. Appreciate that, Brass. But the failed identity of this team is started in the offseason. Because first of all, how can you see? There's components. There's components to establishing your organization and the identity of it, right? You want to establish your franchise player, right? You want to establish what your coach is going to bring to the team. You want to establish what you expect of the players, and you want to establish what your zero tolerance for everything is, right? That's media, players, front office, coaching staff, fans. What is your zero tolerance? Like, you got to establish these things. This is what I'm wondering, man. I'll be looking at teams and I'm like, who is running these teams? Like, what is going on? Who is running these teams? I'm like, how can you have a team and don't know who the franchise player is? How can you? And then this is what I don't like. And this is why I say they're not 100% invested in Angel Reese. I'm about to explain why. Let's get to exceptional skill and talent, right? Let's talk about the skill set first. The skill sets and talents, right? We'll combine them. We'll combine them. Just for the sake of time, we'll combine them. What is Angel Reese good at? Rebounding, right? What else is Angel Reese good at? Guarding multiple positions, right? What else is Angel Reese good at? Energy, morale for the team, right? What else is Angel Reese good at? Defending in the paint, right? What else is Angel Reese good at? Kicking the shooters, right? So we got 5 things that we got 5 skill sets that Angel Reese is good at, right? Guarding multiple positions, guarding in the paint, facilitating the shooters, or anybody that for that matter. She's not your most skilled facilitator, but she does have but I don't even consider Angel Reese a facilitator. I just think she has the ability to pass the basketball. She's not an actual facilitator. She has the ability to pass the basketball, right? So we have great at guarding multiple positions, dog mentality, rebounding, the ability to pass the ball. So if I know those things, chuckle chatter, roaming on defense is not a skill set. If I know those things, guess what I'm going to do? And she's my franchise player. See, this is another reason. See, I'm really exposing Chicago Sky right now. I need y'all to clip this. I'm really exposing Chicago Sky the whole time I had Angel Reese up here. Want me to tell y'all how else I know they ain't committed to Angel Reese? Because guess what? You put play. See, Chicago Sky is part of the reason Angel Reese gets a lot of negativity online. Because let me tell you something. As a second-year player, there's no way in the world casual fans should know all of Angel Reese's flaws. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back who never played basketball before. As a second-year player, there's no way in the world everybody in this chat, all the haters on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever else, Twitch, should know Angel Reese's flaws. Guess what that means? They aren't, it isn't a high priority to mask those with the abilities of others. That lets you know that. Because guess what? If I know Angel Reese's flaws and things she got to develop, I'm going to put players around her that can mask that until she develops at those things. That's how you know they're not committed. That's how you know they. I'm gonna give you. See. I like to give like a new age example. I like to give a new age example. Look at LeBron James. What does the Lakers do for LeBron? They know he's up in age. They know he can't guard everybody. So guess what they do? Every team LeBron been on since he got back to Cleveland, they put perimeter defenders around him because they know most of his energy is going to be spent on the offensive end, and he's up in age, and he can't guard KDs for 40 minutes anymore. He can't guard Kawhi for 35 minutes anymore. So they move him to the 4 and not the 3 because guess what he can do? He can guard 4s for 30 minutes because they don't move as much. They just either stand and shoot or they're working at 15 feet, so he ain't got to be that far from the basket. You see, Chicago Sky this offseason did a horrible job at masking what Angel Reese still needs to develop at. They're part of the reason that she got so many low lights out there. Because now she has to, because of the type of team that they've put together, she has to, over the course of the season, speed up her development because that's areas that they need her to be better in immediately because they did a poor job at getting players around her that can match those things because they're not really flaws. They're under, like, no player really has a flaw unless it's mobility, agility, or a God-given talent. That's flaws. Developmental areas are areas you can get better at over time. The things that the lowlights that Angel Reese has, they aren't any like if she was just slow-footed, if she was just a player who didn't know what they were doing on defense, low IQ, that's flaws. Her ability to be consistent at layup packages, her ability to read the floor sometimes, her ability to know when to take over a game, her ability to know when to shoot, her ability to have a high shooting percentage. That's underdeveloped areas of her game. That's not flaws. That's something you can get better at. It just takes time, putting the right people around her to help train her and help her identify those things. Again, y'all let people get on YouTube and tell y'all what basketball is, and they can't even make a layup. That's what I be asking them. This is what I be wanting. I be wanting all these people. See, See, I be wanting all these people. I be wanting all these people who get on YouTube, who get on Twitter, talking about Angel Reese need to do. I need you to go put a ball in your hand, record yourself dribbling the basketball. First of all, let's figure out if you can dribble. I don't even need you to make a layup. I need to know if you can dribble to get to the hoop. Let's figure out if you can dribble first. Because some of the advice you giving Angel Reese, you need to give yourself. Matter of fact, you need to give your kids. Because you up here talking basketball and you can't teach your kids basketball. They suck. So let's start there. I need all of y'all. Look, YouTube got to have some kind of look. YouTube got to have some kind of you got to have a background check. We just got everybody making YouTube. Look, man, you got to have some kind of look. I need you to be able to get a clipboard and draw up a play. I need you to be able to I need to put a play up there and you tell me what was wrong. We got to have some kind of background checks, man, because they're saturating YouTube with misinformation so much that people think it's gospel. Your information is not gospel because no basketball player actually listens to you and take your advice. Your takes are not gospel. Look at, man. YouTube, if you listening, we got to have some kind of background checks with this. We got to have some checks and balances with this basketball stuff, man. Because you got people out here spreading hate. You got people out here talking negativity, and they can't even dribble the basketball. They can't even teach their kid to shoot the basketball, but got the nerve to tell somebody else they ain't good at something. Look, I don't mind. Look. Y'all know me. I respect everybody if you really talk basketball. I respect you. You ain't even got to play the game. That's why I let people come on my panel. I'm not like the other athletes who just do their show, get super chats, and go on by their way. I interact with my channel. I interact with my memberships. I do videos that people recommend. I do all of that, right? So I'm not saying just because you did play basketball, you can't talk basketball. What I'm saying is there's a way to go about it. There's a fine line between critique and disrespect. There's a fine line between pushing agendas and actually talking basketball. And matter of fact, there's a fine line between accountability and pushing agendas. That's a fine line. That's a very fine line. We can't just be on here pushing agendas. Because I always say this when I go on people panels. We have an obligation to the basketball world to give truthful, honest, and forthright, correct information to the audience. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. We got a response. When you get a YouTube channel and you talk basketball, you need to know you have a responsibility of when you turn that microphone on, of being positive, being truthful, holding people accountable, and having correct and useful, I'm going to say that again, correct and useful information for the audience. Because guess what they do in turn? Most of the audience, they know 30% of what they're watching. They just know they shoot the ball here, they shoot the ball there, they get 3 points for this, they get 2 points for this. They know if a player is not playing defense, they know if a coach needs to make adjustments, but they don't know what adjustments the coach needs to make. They don't know why that player is playing bad at defense. They don't know why this player can't shoot threes. That's what we're here for. We're here to break the game down in a way where they can take what they're seeing and put details to it so they can fall in love with the game and help others around them understand the game. See, that's where this starts at. We're not putting enough information into what people are seeing so they can in turn understand the game and have real basketball conversations. It's all about clicks and likes and drama and this person and that person. Like, I ain't really too fond of, I'm gonna be honest, that ain't even my cup of tea. I'm not really too fond of that. That's why I say there's a fine line between critiquing and having agendas. I literally have no agendas. Look, I have no agendas. I have no agendas at all. Aces is my team. Angel Reese is my favorite player. And you don't see me pushing no agendas about Angel Reese. You don't see me pushing agendas about the Aces. Now, if we talking Angel Reese or we talking the Aces, of course I'm going to take up for him. That's my favorite player. And that's my favorite team, of course. And Age is my GOAT. So, of course, I'm going to stand 10 toes down for those scenarios. But I don't push agendas. Basically, I don't go out of my way to discredit another player to prop up Angel Reese. I don't go out of my way to disrespect another team to prop up the Las Vegas Aces. That's why I say there's a fine line between accountability and critiquing a player and totally disrespecting and pushing an agenda. And a lot of people push agendas versus critiquing and analyzing the game. Let's get better. Let's be better. Let's just be better at that. Let's just be better at that. Let's just be better at that. Let's just be better at that, man. Like, that's very weird. That's very weird, man. Let's be better at that. That's very weird. And again, let's get better at that, man. 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 See, like Hector Riviera in the chat. I'm gonna put him on the screen just so y'all can see what he said. Hector Riviera, make me call Border Patrol. Make me call Border. See, y'all come on here capping. Y'all don't know. All I do is troll. You don't even know it. You see, you hear me talk basketball and you think I'm always a serious person. You hear me analyze the game and you hear the way I break the game down and you think I'm just serious. I'm a troll too. Yeah, I troll actually when I want to. Sometimes I just don't like arguing with y'all. Make me call Border Patrol. Make me call. See, y'all come over here playing. Make me call Border Patrol. You come over here capping, man. Y'all gotta stop it, 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 man. Hey, Lucky, they're gonna make me do it. Make me copy your name. Make me copy your name and put you on the list, man. Calm down, man. Calm down, man. But let me get you up out of here, though, man. Let me get you up out of here, though, man. Let me get you up out of here, man. You good? We good over here. We good over here. Let me call Border Patrol, man. Y'all play too much, man. Y'all play a little too much, man. Y'all, I don't know who y'all think I am. Y'all play a little too much, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, though, Hector, man. Shout out to you, though, man. Because guess what? You took time out of your busy schedule to get on your Gmail, log into YouTube on your phone or laptop, hit the keyboard and type that. And that you didn't just type one word. That was like 20 words. So I appreciate you for thinking I'm that important in your life for you to come on my chat that got nothing to do with you or whatever team you root for and say something negative. I appreciate the support. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. 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 But anyway, man. Skill set, talent. Chicago Sky has to do a better job at giving her the ability to excel at what she does without having to step out and be 100% at those underdeveloped areas so fast. They have to do a better job at masking that with the players they put around her if they feel she's their franchise player. If they don't feel they're a franchise player, then I'm okay with it. It's according to what they view it at. It's according to what they view it at. It's according to what they view it at, man. It's according to what they view it at. Leadership. Again, this offseason, Chicago Sky should have did what I said. If you're going to make her into your franchise player and want her to be that for the foreseeable future to get free agents here, right? Because without free agents coming here, you're not winning. Because you ain't got enough draft picks to keep signing star players. Because most star players require at least 1 to 2 draft picks. i.e. Ariel Atkins and a player. So you're not just going to trade for superstars because they require assets that you might not have. So you need to be able to sign free agents as well that are superstars. You can't just keep signing role players. Eventually, you need to go sign a superstar. You can't just keep trading for superstars. At some point, you got to be able to have the ability to sign a star. You can't just keep trading for them because then you got no assets. Now you can't bring in young players through the draft. Like now you really use those draft picks to bring in, fill in the gap pieces. You don't use your draft picks just to get the superstars because now you got no cap flexibility. So Chicago Sky should have established what Angel Reese was to this team, not just to the team, but to the fans in the audience abroad. So the players coming in and the fans understand the pecking order, not on the court, but in the locker room of the leadership of this team. We go as Angel goes as far as mentality wise, right? We go as her mentality is. You want to be on this team, you got to have some dog in you. I'm just saying, like, if they really establish Angel as a franchise player, if you want to be on this team, you got to have some kind of dog in you. You got to kind of have some kind of heart because that's what she got, right? It ain't about skill sets. It's about the mentality of the franchise player that the players around them succumb to. So you got to establish that. Then you got to get everyone on one accord. Hey, we follow her mindset. It might not be play, because I actually think they need to follow Ariel Atkins' play on the court. They need to follow Angel Reese's mindset of how they play. Move. Nobody standing still. We fight for every rebound. We fight for every loose ball. You got to go through us to beat us. That's Angel Reese's mentality. The team should have that mentality. If you want to come here, you got to encompass that mentality. But they didn't establish her as a franchise player. So now the team has no real player identity. No, they don't look in the locker room and say, this is the identity we need to have every game. That's why they play like they play. That's why they look lethargic sometimes, because if Angel Reese isn't bringing 100% dog, the team falls off because nobody else is picking up on her identity. That's because I hear people say that a lot, and I like to correct people. Angel Reese has the responsibility of bringing the mentality game in and game out, but I say this all the time. If you've been around my channel, you already know. I say this all the time. There's times I come out the locker room and I just ain't got it today. And I'll look at Derek, I'll look at Jake, and I'll be like, I ain't got it today, man. And they'll be like, all right, we got you. We just do this. We got you. It's basketball, personal stuff come into it. Some days your body just ain't functioning right. Like some days you just ain't got it. But if the team encompasses her dog mentality, guess what? When she only got 45%, the team looks at each other and say, okay, we got the other 55. We got you today, Reese. But if Angel Reese isn't 100% dog, the team mentality and identity falls off because they haven't established her. So now everybody else is just doing what they want to do on the court. Their mentality is what their mentality is. They haven't fixated on a certain mentality for the team. That's something that should have been established in the offseason. Y'all see how I'm cooking? Y'all see how I'm cooking the front office right now, methodically, and I ain't say one curse word? This is how you talk. This is how you cook without saying the curse word. This is how you cook, man. I'm gonna do some cooking classes one day. I'm gonna do some one of these days. I'm gonna do some singularity cooking classes. Show y'all how to actually cook. I'm gonna show y'all how to cook, man. I'm gonna show y'all how to cook, man. Marketability, fan appeal, number one, social media follower, sells tickets, sells jerseys. We see her jerseys everywhere. We don't got to talk about that. Longevity, loyalty, we'll see where that lands. It's 50-50, 50 organization, 50 Angel Reese as far as like your franchise player. With that, you both got to be on the same page. One can't want the other and not the other way around. Like you both got to be on the same page. But you both got to show inclinations that you both want to be loyal and long-term for each other. It's like a marriage. You can't just want her and she's still out here cheating. Come on, man. Be better than that. You know what she was when you met her. You know what she was when you met her. You can't be trying to marry her. Don't be trying to turn her into no housewife. You know what she was when you met her. Come on, man. You know what she was when you met her. Look, I'm doing therapy right now, y'all. I'm doing therapy right now, y'all. I'm doing therapy right now, right? All right. Building blocks. Supporting core. Ariel Atkins, Courtney Vandersloot, Kamillacardoso. Supporting core. How does this supporting core complement your franchise player and they contribute to the overall team success? Shout out to y'all, man. Hit the like button. Hey, we better be at 150 likes. I'm cutting the stream. We ain't at 150. I'm cutting the stream. Let me see where we at, man. Come on, man. Get the likes up, 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 man. Shout out to what's going on, B Well. Get the likes up, man. Consistent contributors. Consistent contributors, right? Like I talked about earlier, you have to be able to complement what she doesn't do well, that she's still developing in, while still letting the franchise player be the franchise player. Again, Ariel, at this point in juncture, Ariel Atkins is your best player on this team. But that doesn't mean she's your franchise player. See, there's levels to it. How does Ariel Atkins, being the best player on this team, complement what Angel Reese does well? They both play great, exceptional defense on the wing. They can both switch with each other, so they complement. Because Angel Reese, if it's a pick and roll, Angel Reese wants to switch, right? So Ariel Atkins complements that. They're both great in transition. Ariel Atkins is great with transition outlets. Ariel Atkins does need to get better in pick and roll facilitation. She passes the ball too low sometimes, and sometimes she doesn't see hands and passing lanes when she passes. Again, Ariel Atkins' turnovers come from trying to be too smart sometimes, where she just got to let the pass develop. Like sometimes she'll get double teamed and she'll try to be too smart, where she'll try to like fake someone out of the double team. She'll like pump fake a pass to try to get the double team to split instead of just letting them collapse on you. Once they collapse, just make the pass. You move back to the ball and get it back. Sometimes she try to get a little too smart and the players just collapse and she get caught in the corner. She does that little fake pass a lot and she gets trapped in the corner. Go back and watch. It happened a couple times against the Liberty, where she'll do the little fake pass and she gets caught in the corner. She got to get better at that. But offensively, outside of that, I would love to see Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins in the pick and roll a little more versus Camilla and Ariel, because Vandersloot can make that pocket pass. Ariel Atkins, we need her not to facilitate in the pick and roll. We need her to score in the pick and roll. That's something TylerMarsh has to identify as well. We need TylerMarsh, when you run the pick and roll with Ariel Atkins, it's for her to free up for a shot. When you run it with Vandersloot, you need to make sure she understands it's for her to create offense for the bigs or who's ever flashing. It's not for her. See, that's why the offense gets stagnant sometimes and they get lost, because there's no direction in the offense. If I'm the coach, if Ariel Atkins is involved in the pick and roll, it's for her to score, pass second. If Vandersloot is in the pick and roll, it's for her to pass, score second. Now the players understand what's going to happen in the pick and roll. Because if Vandersloot is in the pick and roll and I'm a player and I know her responsibility is to pass first, score second, guess what I'm going to do if I'm off the ball and they're running pick and roll? I'm going to move to the shooter's view. I'm going to do a pin down screen for a shooter, whatever, because I know she's looking to pass off of this. If it's Ariel Atkins, guess what I'm going to do? Once Ariel Atkins comes off the pick and roll and I see her free up, if I'm the man back, guess what I'm going to do? I know this pick and roll is for Ariel Atkins to score, pass second. So guess what I'm going to do? Once I see her come off the pick and roll and she's opened up, this is why their transition defense is so bad. Nobody understands who needs to get back on defense. If Ariel Atkins is coming off the pick and roll and I'm the high man, I need to get back on defense because she's about to pass it to the paint or the shot is going up. If Vandersloot is coming off the pick and roll, I know I need to get open because she's about to facilitate. See, the level is levels to this, man. And this team don't know what to do when who has the ball. When I do the film breakdown, I really be watching it. This team be looking lost. They don't know what to do when Vandersloot has the ball. They don't know what to do when Ariel Atkins has the ball. They don't know what to do when angelreese has the ball at the top of the key. Like, they just look lost. They look lost. They look lost, man. They need to be consistent. Let's get to Vandersloot. Vandersloot, man. Chicago Sky does not need Vandersloot to be an all-star this year. Chicago Sky does not need Vandersloot to pat stat. Chicago Sky does not need Vandersloot to pat stat to make the all-star team, to pat stat her Hall of Fame resume. Chicago Sky really needs Vandersloot to teach these players how to play basketball. That's what they need desperately. They need someone on the floor to put them in the right spots. They need someone on the floor to show them what they need to be doing day in, day out. They need someone that can teach them what they need to do on the basketball court, resuming whatever play they're running. She's not doing that. She's out there thinking she's on the old Chicago Sky team. That's how she's playing. This is not the old Chicago Sky. This is the developmental Chicago Sky team. That's why I didn't have high expectations for them. That's why I be trolling y'all when y'all be like, they was going to be the 6th seed. And y'all was like, Zoe, why you so hard on Chicago? Y'all told me they was going to be the 6th seed. I didn't have high expectations. I knew this was going to be a process. And I keep saying it's going to be a process. You don't have enough consistent players on this team for you to be this playoff, semifinals, championship contender. It's going to be a process. Identify your coach, identify the system offensively and defensively, identify the team's mindset, identify the franchise player, identify the supporting cast, get them on one accord, identify what you need around them to exemplify what they're doing good and not doing good, and that's your team. This team does not complement each other, so they're not going anywhere. There's no complementary pieces on this team, so they're not going anywhere this year. How are Camilla, Vandersloot, and Ariel Atkins identifying what the team identity is? They're not, because tylermarsh hasn't established the team identity. Everybody just out there free-flowing. There's no identity. There's no go-to person. There's no 5 seconds left, we find this person. He hasn't established that for the team, so the team identity still struggles. Positive development. Nobody is developing in this offense. Ariel Atkins is just doing what she want to do. Vandersloot is doing what she want to do. Camilla decides when she want to play. There's no development going on with the supporting core. Vandersloot isn't doing her job at bringing them along properly. He still hasn't figured out how to highly used Ariel Atkins, and he still hasn't figured out how to unlock Camilla to be consistent. You got 3 factors going on with the identity. Until they figure that out, the identity is not there. The positive development is not there. You can't develop without an identity. You need to know what you need to develop in according to the system. Because all shooters don't work in every system. So maybe I need to play defense in this coach's system. Maybe I need to guard wings in this coach's defensive scheme. You see what I'm saying? Just because you're a shooter don't mean you fit in every system. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. Team development, man. I don't know what's going on with these rookies and all of this, but this is insane. Team development. Play style development. Again, I don't know what this coach is trying to run, so I can't equivalently understand what they need to do to develop the correct play style for the system, because I don't know what he's actually trying to run. And I literally, y'all, I'm not even trolling. I literally have rewatched all 6 games. And every game, the offense looks different. In every game, the offense, even in the preseason, the offense looked different every game. Again, tylermarsh, you have to establish an offense, man, and stick to it. You can tweak your offense according to the players you have, but you have to establish an offense. What is your offense? Is it motion? Is it read and react? Is it continuity offense? Is it a wheel offense? Is it a Princeton offense? Is it a high-low offense? Is it an all-ball action offense? What kind of offense are you actually running? Let me see what my likes at, man. Let me see what my likes at, man. Let me see what my likes at, man. Hey, give me 150 likes, man. Give me 150 likes, man. 150, man. 150. 150. Boosting the depth usage. Boosting the depth usage means look at your bench, right? Look at your rotation and say, okay, at this standpoint, 7 games in, this is who should be getting bulk of the depth minutes, right? Utilizing their skill sets more because it helps ease up the offense or it helps free up players on defense to do what they do, right? So I'm going to say this. Kia Nurse can still start, but Rebecca Allen needs to get more minutes. I'm going to say it again. Kia Nurse can still start, but Rebecca Allen needs to get more minutes at the 3 than Kia Nurse gets. She can still start because to balance out the rotation. Honestly, I thought about it, and I don't want Kia Nurse coming off the bench and Rebecca Allen starting because Rebecca Allen is more consistent than Kia Nurse, and we don't have a good bench. So I don't mind Kia Nurse still starting as long as we get Rebecca Allen playing time. I think starting Rebecca Allen would mess up the bench. Our bench would literally give us 10 points a game. If Rebecca Allen started, our bench would give us 10 points a game because E-Will is inconsistent. You don't know what Michaela you're going to get. You don't even know if HVL is going to play. You don't know what Rachel you're going to get. You don't know if Mojo is going to play. You don't know if Maddie's going to play. Like, we need Rebecca Allen to come off the bench to balance out the rotation. So anytime you hear anybody say Rebecca Allen needs to start with this team, tell them Prince said she shouldn't start because it's going to unbalance the rotation. Tell them Prince said he don't mind Kia Nurse starting, but Rebecca Allen getting more minutes. Because you gotta have some kind of bench rotation, because you can't have just a solid starting 5 and no bench. That's not how you win, because your bench is supposed to come in and give you a different look. Rebecca Allen gives the offense a different look because she can put the ball on the floor sometimes and shoot the mid-range. She can catch and shoot. She can get to the lane sometimes. Kia Nurse can only catch and shoot, and that's inconsistent. So Rebecca Allen is literally your only player off the bench who can do more than one thing offensively. That's why HVL getting up the speed is so important for the rotation. Because Rachel Banham is just a catch and shoot player. Mojo, she's just on the roster because she's protected. Let's be honest. She probably won't get many minutes this season. She's just on the roster because she's protected. Lineup flexibility. Like I said, the lineup flexibility isn't there because you really only got one rotational player coming off your bench, because Rachel Banham wouldn't be getting minutes on probably 11 teams. HVL probably wouldn't be getting minutes on probably 10 teams. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Offensive, defensive sets, we still don't know what that is, man. We still haven't figured out what that looks like for the team. Until we do, the offensive, the defensive sets as far as team development is still under construction because we don't know what it's supposed to be. It's bad, man. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Season overview, coaching adjustments. There's no in-game adjustments going on right now. We come out of halftime and we still make the same mistakes. Game by game, still same mistakes. No team identity yet has been established. I don't know how much film they're watching because, again, they still make the same mistakes. They still haven't understood the play calling and what's needed of them. They're still doing unnecessary turnovers. That's things you identify in film study. But we will have patience. We will have patience, right? We know what Chicago Sky is, so we will have patience with the development of these players, right? We'll even have a little patience with tylermarsh because I agree with a lot of people. He is learning on the fly. Tylermarsh is still learning on the fly. He still haven't established what kind of coach he actually is. Your pedigree isn't your coaching style. Your pedigree is your experience. And I think that's where Jeff P messed up with this coaching hire. He didn't hire for play style. He didn't hire for ability to coach. He hired off of pedigree and who they're associated with. That doesn't help your team. That helps the Aces. That doesn't help the Chicago Sky. He misidentified what this team needed as a head coach. But we will have patience. 7 games in. Again, I still got Chicago possibly being the 8th seed. Again, if they start playing better, this is a building block by building block basis. As the way Chicago Sky is playing now, who they lost to and who they've beaten, I still got Chicago Sky possibly teetering around the 8th seed with the Mystics. I got the Mystics in Chicago fighting for that 8th seed. But barring some miraculous turnaround, barring some team identity, barring some player development, barring better rotations, barring players understanding their roles, Chicago Sky could possibly get the 7th seed and be possibly fighting with the Fever and Mercury for the 7th seed. So we'll see. So all season, so report cards. This is what y'all been waiting for. Before we finish up, report cards. Report cards so far after 1 month of play. Coaching D+. Again, no identity, no play style, no role expectations, no accountability. Franchise player C+. Again, a lot encompasses into that. She's still doing what she does. Has it contributed to winning? No. Is she still leading the leading in rebounds? Yes. Has she improved on certain parts of her game? Yes. Is there still things she needs to develop? Yes. Emerging star, Camilla, C+. Has she shown flashes of potential? Yes. Is she consistent? No. Has it led to wins? One game, yes. I don't know how Vandersloot got player of the game when Camilla had 23, but hey, they did win a game against Dallas. Camilla stepped up. The second game, foul trouble. I get it, but she did miss some easy shots. Camilla never really got it going offensively in the second game. But again, man, we grade on where we're at in the system. We grade where we're at according to the games, right? Development C-. HVL is getting playing. Development was actually going to be a D-, but HVL has been getting playing time. He's letting her play through some mistakes. He isn't pulling her. I would like to see Maddie find like, this is what I would like Tylermarsh to do. If E-Will doesn't have it going, play Maddie and let angelreese go to the 5, or play Maddie with Camilla and let angelreese sit and play angelreese at the 4 and the 5 when sparing minutes. You got to find a way to see what you got in Maddie. I mean, you drafted her. You know, she was your first pick of the second round. You got to find, you only got 2 draft picks that are playing. So why not see what you got in her according to how Michaela and Rachel Banham is playing? If Michaela and Rachel Banham aren't giving you anything, give those minutes to her. How worse can it be? How worse can it be? Season D-. Ain't nothing going right now. I mean, we're on a 2-game winning streak, right? It's against Dallas, who possibly could be fighting for the second worst record in the league. So wins are positive. Like I said, Chicago just needed to get some wins under their belt to have something to fight for. Now they got something to fight for. Now they know what it feels like to win a game. So now Chicago Sky have something to fight for. So we're not going poo-poo. I don't like the poo-poo wins, but I do like to be realistic. So we're not going to poo-poo the wins that they got against Dallas, even though Dallas isn't a formidable opponent. A win is a win. You play who's on the schedule. You play who's in front of you. But we not going to act like we beat world beaters or we were playing our best basketball. Because both games, we can take away things from both games that we won against Dallas and say, if we did this against any other team, if we did this against Seattle, the Mercury, Liberty, Aces, we would lose. Even the Mystics, even Atlanta and the Mystics. If we did some of the things we did against Dallas, against the Mystics, Atlanta, Seattle, Aces and Liberty and, Lynx, we would lose those games. So you got to be objective, even though you do want to say we got wins under our belt, right? We know what it feels like to win. We got something to fight for at practice, right? But we gotta build up. We gotta get some quality wins, man. Chicago gotta get some quality wins. We can't just keep beating up on the bad teams, because beating up don't see. This is why I don't want us to harp on like some of the some people are harping on the 2 wins against Dallas. I don't want to harp on those wins because those wins don't get us in the playoffs. Yes, it's good to beat those bad teams. They're on your schedule. You play who in front of you. But if you're looking ahead, those wins don't get us in the playoffs. Because if we look at our schedule, we have one of the top 5 toughest schedules this season. We play a lot of playoff teams, and we got bad teams sprinkled in there. If you look at our next 5 games, the only non-playoff team in there from last year, well, Connecticut made it last year, but we know they're not making it this year. But we got the Fever, the Dream, the Liberty, the Sun, and I forgot who the other one is. But we got formidable teams that we can't make those same mistakes again that we've been making over the first 6 games. So going into June 7th game, we got to clean up those. Tyler Marsh, you got a week off. Let's clean up the turnovers. Let's establish an offense and a defense that works well for the team. Hold players accountable and not just give them minutes so they can work hard. So they can work hard at things that fit your system defensively and offensively, Tyler Marsh. But that's my report card for the day. Man, appreciate all the love and support. All y'all's rocking with me. I know some people popped off to go watch the Fever game. I think Showtime doing it over there. I'm probably about to go get something to eat, then hop on over there to Showtime Point Sports. I think they covering the game over there. Like the video on your way out, man. Appreciate the super chats today. Reddit, Magic. Appreciate all the subscribers, all the likes, man. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Again, let's be better every day, not just Chicago Sky. As content creators, as subscribers, let's just be better at these basketball talk every day, man. Let's be better at this. And again, man, March for Coach of the Year. See y'all later, man. Y'all be cool. Y'all be smooth.
iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defender, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past.